Oh, what a start to our day. But this does mean, yeah, we'll start leaning more into the pillbug roly-poly side of things. And so, start one more time. Let's do this one last time. Get set up. Palentonga. Is it fighter that's the problem? Is fighter just not my lucky number today? Immediately running them into the ground, whether through bad luck or my own ineptitude? It's worth a shot. Gotta keep pushing through till we make it. Maybe this time, though, we will switch up which type of weapon we use, even just to have a little bit of fun with it, be a little creative here. Start with axe, see where that gets us. And what is my name today? So I'm trying to think. Last time we had a whole lot of, or not last time, but with our troll, there was a lot of on a troll, rock and troll. What else can I do that we haven't tried before? Roll with it. I feel like on a troll might have been a name in our past year, but I'm gonna do on a roll. Slightly different, and I feel like it encapsulates how our run has, or how our day rather, has gone so far. We're on a roll, not necessarily in a good fashion, mostly in a negative sense, but this will either cement it in as a fact of just how the day will treat us for the rest of time here, or it will be a subversion of the previous runs, and we're tricking the game into giving us some fortuitous luck. As long as we're still having fun, I'm okay losing a couple of promising runs. Picking up these staves for no reason in particular. There's almost no chance that we end up using them on this run, but you never know. And they do manage to give us some pips of resistance in truly emergency situations. Name-based RNG manipulation. We're doing anything and everything we can for sure. Wow. Even a frilled lizard almost took us out. If that's not a representation of how the stream has gone, I don't know what is. Let's bring these buddies back to a nice hallway. Oh no, here comes missing no. Ooh, I do really like that brain. Thank you so much for the suggestion. Pangolin, or not a pangolin, a Palentonga monk called Holy Roller. Now I'm almost hoping that our name-based manipulation here doesn't pan out, because I do enjoy using fun name suggestions. My own on-the-spot selections usually aren't quite as fun or interesting. But we will see how it goes. Okay, I was tabbing way too quickly there, immediately getting us into another sketchy situation. We are lethally poisoned, so let's hope for a curing potion, which we do get right off the bat. Oops, didn't realize my laptop wasn't muted today. Let's mute that before I hear any more Windows chimes coming through. And we'll keep exploring. We've got some very good luck. That adder indeed was not joking around. No kidding. Survived our first and our second adder, so yeah, we are indeed living up to our namesake, at least thus far. Immediately getting surrounded once more here, but another curing potion off the hobgoblin. We'll definitely take that. And Terrence. See, this is a much better unique. I'm so much happier running into Terrence earlier rather than immediately finding Grinder. And I guess Pickle was also relatively early when we found them previously. It's at least what I tell myself so that I can get to sleep later tonight. But Terrence we should be able to take out. maybe not quite as easily as I initially suspected. We could go for some luck-based strats here, though. We can walk into this spatial trap, allow it to scramble everyone up, and as long as we have distance from our opponents here, we can immediately retreat to a stairwell. Let's see how it goes. Yes, really walk into the dispersal trap. Yes, please, in fact. And do a quick little mapping out. We want to go zigzag all the way up, zip-de-doo-dah. And follow me on my merry journey. Hello, friends. There we go. Able to use a dungeon trap to our advantage, and that's always kind of nice to see. We'll almost assuredly run into all of those lovely folks once more, but ideally we can get a little bit more experience before we do so, and maybe get a few luckier rolls when we do reinitialize that combat. And so we continue on. And hello once more, Terrence. It's just 5 plus your mace and you only have 20 health. We should be able to get rid of you. You're trying to figure out some lizard puns? Scale Caesar or Queen Lizardbeth? You keep brainstorming, I love it. And we do indeed see a slightly luckier set of rolls against Terrence in our next encounter. Oh me, oh my. Even though we just fell victim to one of my self-imposed rules, I'm gonna immediately follow through with another one that I like to subscribe to, which is to not kill Crazy Uf. Because they're just a good old gnoll trying to make their way through this cruel world we live in. There's no reason to take them out in the prime of their life here. Instead, we'll just leave them alone for the time being. But a scroll shop filled with some fairly nice scrolls here. It's tempting to save for the blinking. I guess we are really close. The alternative, of course, is that we could buy a fear scroll, and I do love fear scrolls as well. Definitely a very nice source of early escapes. But we'll see how long it takes before we run across a little bit more gold here. Ideally, won't be too long. It should be the next pile we come across. At least I would hope it has at least 7 gold, and would you look at that? We got enough gold, so that's awesome. And then we immediately fall through a shaft and drop 3 floors. Fun stuff. I didn't want that blinking scroll right now anyways, the thing. But let's hope that we find some early stairs. Definitely a half-decent start. Not too bad on the second set as well. And would you look at that? Managed to make it back up. Oh me, oh my. Felt the panic starting to come up a little bit there, but it's all good. And I definitely agree, Coville. I can't believe I didn't think of it myself. So you're 100% right. New shield on the floor does indeed mean that it's time for a little bit of fashion here. So we have our black and gold, or ooh, the red and black. With our current outfit, I think we have to stick with the starter shield here. A little bit of a two-tone overall look here, but that's fine. I'm sure we'll get some nice flashy colors in just a bit here, because I do always like looking brilliant as we go through, because it's good to look nice as going through the dungeon, but it's especially good if you can look nice and you can represent and present yourself in an outrageous way, show enemies that they should be scared. It's a lot like lizards, frogs, and snakes, where the bright colors let enemies know that we are dangerous. Okie dokie. And did they buff shaft rates? You get them all the time now? I'm not too sure. I didn't think that they did, and in fact, I feel like I've been really lucky in the last few runs here. And it's not until this one that we've had at least an early shaft that puts us into a precarious situation. Hello, my scorpion friend. Missed them quite a few times with our first few darts, unfortunately. The ring of just vibing? I agree. You love me some positive energy rings. We at least have a decent number of curing potions. So I do kind of want to force our way through the fight. How much damage can you do? Up to 10? Plus the poison. Oh, and the poison on you is run out. What fun. And you know people don't like shafts because they can ruin streaks, but you love the tension they cause? I fully agree. I definitely subscribe to the same set of beliefs where I truly enjoy the uptick in adventure that I feel each and every time I get shafted down. They lead to hilarious comedic timing often as well. You wish the unrendered shields looked cooler. The ignorance one is plain brown and the resistance one is all green. Right? The warlock's mirror is kind of cool. So we immediately get lethally poisoned by the next scorpion we find. Fun stuff. But this time, we are able to take them out using just one of our curing potions. Oh, I don't know. All the positive energy rings in the world couldn't save us from feeling a little bit scared for our future here. But I do believe. And there we go. We come across the Economical Temple here. We should be able to take you on. Gonna be a little bit closer than I'd like. Let's at least get a rolling charge to start it off. Maybe get some early damage, which we didn't. But fortunately, we did not end up needing it either. And let's head down to the temple, shall we? See who our options are today. Immediately see Gozag. And that's definitely a good option in my books any day of the week. Could try new Hep. I haven't tried Hepliaquana since they got the change where you and your ancestor ghost can actually fire through each other. Oftentimes that would be better on a caster, but even using throwing and stuff like that, I could see that working our way. And so, I think right off the bat here, I am torn between Gozag and Hep. If anybody in chat has any specific suggestions that they'd like to see, definitely let me know. I probably lean towards Gozag, just because I would like some good fortune, and it'd be nice to get a win going here, at least on the way, because I definitely agree with what Coville just said there, that I too am surprised that Gozag has not been nerfed, because they are by far my most consistent deity for getting wins. And probably a decent reason why our kitty cat on Tuesday was able to make it as far as they did so far. Now that Hep casters can cast through here, they're actually quite strong. Played one recently. You know what? I will take that as an endorsement. And let's head over here, shall we? So if we follow Hepliaquana, our life essence is reduced, but we get a little ghosty pal. And once we get to a certain point of piety, we are able to give them a class that they can follow. And that definitely adds a nice jump to our power rating. Greed is good. Don't tempt me, Eggly. I'm always down to go Gozag. But let's see. Only reason not to use, or not to us, that we didn't name ourselves Gordon Gecko. Do you like that? But let's try it out. Because I am just too often resigned to following Gozag on every single run that I start. And so it's good if I can force myself to get out of my comfort zone a little bit, especially when there's some new DD changes to try out. See how they treat us. Okie dokie. Immediately beset on all sides by enemies. That's All good. We have seen visible, so we don't have to worry about the sky beast leaving our sight. Of course, wouldn't be a run without immediately having an ogre at our back. We should be able to fight an ogre at this point, but I'm needlessly scared as to the fate of our character here, especially right after worshipping Hep and talking about how much I want to show off their new abilities and stuff. It would be truly unfortunate to meet our maker. Okay, we have 2 spear gnolls. At least there are no tridents. And we are a little bit further on, so should be able to take these 2 on, even as a combo here. And it's nice that they threw a net at us and missed, because we do immediately want to pick that up and use it for ourselves. Ooh, another net. Just better for us in the future. Don't mind if I do. I'll try and soften up the ogre with a few poison darts. Ooh, get some unfortunate rolls, and then we're immediately netted. Successfully this time. But the gnoll spearman there. Oh me, oh my. What a run. And you know, I just realized, I don't know if we did our seed for this run. In fact, I don't think we did, because I was too quick about just jumping straight back into it. Let's check, shall we? Just takes but a mere moment. We pop in here, do a quick Control-C. And indeed, we did not switch it out. But now this run has actually gone somewhere. It's even more so a reason to make sure that's popped up on screen. The hardest part about nets is remembering to use them. Agreed. There are a few situations where I think of it immediately, such as coming across a boulder beetle. They're one of the best answers to an early boulder beetle, but besides that, I too often do just sit on them for much longer than strictly necessary. And an artifact dagger here, +5 dagger of the open hand. Vorpal, it does have flying, so we could take this and use it as a flying substitute here so that we can get rid of our potions of flight when we eventually identify them. And oh my gosh, it's the soul of Usain Colt. No wonder who our ancestor is here. Might be one of the other previous runs that we had, Harry Trotter maybe? We might have to rescue Usain Colt's spirit from eternal unrest. But not yet. Not yet. Not necessarily ready. Your answer to boulder beetles is Curari, and you'll try next time. Yeah, Curari is still the better answer if you have it available to you, but in a pinch, you need to stop the roll that's coming at you, and going to immediately take you out in one shot. The net is the way to go. And the out-text always makes you value nets so highly you never use them. I've definitely experienced my fair share of too good to use syndrome over the years. At a certain point, you just gotta roll with it and see what you can pull out of it. Nice, our ancestor is actually doing some incredible work here, taking out most of the orcs for us. We just come in to finish off the priest. I must save him, only then will the ancestor spirits give me their true power. You're right. It must be done. So we'll finish exploring this floor, and then maybe, just maybe, we'll run up and see how we fare against Usain Colt themselves. A legend in our Palentonga village back in the day, but nobody knew what happened to them when they left for the Dungeon of Zot. It's unfortunate that we had to discover the true fate. Let's take a look at them, shall we? Up to 18 damage, 59 health. So they have just slightly less health than we do. Good AC, good evasion, extremely dangerous. I really want to fight you, though. I mean, we have scrolls of teleport and things to get away if things go south. Let's try it out. Hey, Artifact Dagger, did I auto pick it up? No, I did just pick it up manually here to use as almost a ring of flight in case there were any deep water pits, lava pits that we truly wanted to get across. Unfortunately, besides that and the resistance to corrosion, I guess, there wasn't a whole lot to sneeze at here, at least not relative to using the weapon we've been training with our entire lives up until this point. But let's start. The Wand of Acid. Come on, I need to release your soul into the afterlife. Yes. And now, any day now, we'll receive the blessing of our ancestors for doing such a courageous task such as that. It's those kind of lucky mechanisms that we need to try to take advantage of more often. Not only are we manipulating RNG with name selection, now we're also sending that another degree further using fate and narrative. Narrative is a powerful tool, to say the least. Oh, I should not have stood in the steam cloud. That was my bad there. Holy crap, that's a lot of damage. Oof. The air pleased? I would hope so. But, unfortunately, already running myself into a scary situation here. If you die to a unique, the Ghost Vault should have a statue or something of the unique. That would be fun. Bit of flavor. But we'll do a quick blink to get out of the situation. Of course, we immediately run into a couple orc beasties here. If I start to just run away, I don't think I make it out of sight range of this priest. Oof. Well, if we take a peek here, this does look like the same pack that we left the other upstairs. So we could blink this way and hope to sneak up through here in some way. I think it might be our only option here, so without further ado, one more blink. The orc can't smite us and take a step on the same turn. Of course, there is no path that connects these two places, at least not a direct one. Big oof. Well, in that case, let us, which I think Recall Ancestor might be the best bet. Oh, wait a second. Oh no, I've made a horrible mistake. I was hoping we'd be able to sidestep and leave our Ancestor to hold off our front. Do I really want to use another Blinking Scroll? We were so lucky to have 4 Blinking Scrolls early on in the dungeon. And for what? And for what? Here's what we're gonna do. Exactly, Coville, you guessed it. We're gonna net. Oh my gosh. Smite hurts so bad. Please, stop it. I'm already pretty much dead. Turns out, there's no path that connects these two places, looks like. That's unfortunate. If I can get out of sight, I can read a teleport scroll. Hope that that brings us somewhere. I mean, this buddy can now one-shot us even. Oh me, oh my. They do indeed not do us anything if we're dead. So let's blink out of there, start walking. Teleport scroll, take a few steps. And Nakia Metal has departed this plane of existence, but they're back from the mists of memory. It's an ancestor that must have predated Harry Trotter and the like. But there we go. Take out the Orc Priest. If just for luck here, I'm going to read another teleport scroll because this is not doing it for me. And we unfortunately don't find ourselves in much better of a position. I'm going to lead everyone up to this hallway here. Just kind of hoping to maybe take out the Hound in short order. There we go. And hello, Fog Drake. Keep running, just keep running. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. Let's pop upstairs. Ooh. Steam dragons are definitely rough indeed. I definitely have a bit of a fluctuating opinion on them. Sometimes I feel like I'm able to take them out no problem. Other times it's the hardest fight of my early dungeon career. Never know how things are gonna tip, and we do find Curari darts, so that's a pretty huge get. And this will offer us a decent number of solutions to some of life's early problems. In fact, why are you not getting poisoned? Oh, you have swamp dragon scales. Oh, fun. 1 resistance fire rank negates the steam almost completely. That is probably relevant to my my fluctuating feelings on the matter. I'm sure I do just sometimes have that 1 pip of fire resistance. Oh wait, dang it. That was meant to be a search for another downstairs, but fine. I guess we'll just have to fight her. Or not. Doesn't have to follow us either, that's cool. You do you, Maggie. Oh me, oh my. But here we go. This is a place where we can use the Curari darts to our advantage, slowing down the ogre. Between that and our ancestor, no problems whatsoever. Hello again, Maggie. And so, we meet once more. This time around, can I just blast you? 65% chance? Let's go for it. Fortunately don't get it, but we do manage to deal just enough damage. Oh, our ancestor is confused. I was worried about ourselves getting smashed around a bit. There we go. Indeed, never a doubt in my mind, as per usual. And I believe steam dragons are not resistant to poison at the very least. So, seemed like a half-decent time to maybe employ some Curari. In fact, let's just hit the both of y'all. Wait, what are you using? +5 whip, go cheer. Of course, resist poison. I was a fool for not noticing earlier. In that case, Wand of Acid is going to get us there. Take out both those sons of guns, and I think we will use this whip for the time being. Our poison is nice, and 2 pips of RC, not necessarily directly useful, or immediately useful rather, but it might get there. And now we should be able to use a mixture of Curari and poison darts to take care of an early 2-headed ogre. At least that's the hope. Just keep trying to stack up the poison, keep that applying, gain as much ground as we can while they were slowed by Curari. In fact, we have 1 more Curari dart. Let's use it up here. Perfect. And that's a really nice amount of experience in the early game. Oh, me, oh my. I definitely agree with the whip sprite thought there. The brilliant neon green. Can we name the ancestor now that we laid Hussein Colt to rest? But I normally try my best not to rename them because I love the random generation. I like to believe that it's a previous ancestor, but just this once. It's only fitting, right? Hussein Colt. We'll say neither. And onwards and upwards, that now with Hussein Colt by our side. And just in time, fitting almost exactly how it all worked, by finding their one true name, we give them the ability to remember more about their previous life. And so, we can give our ghost a certain set of skills here. Oftentimes I go with Knight, but it's usually because worshipping Hep on a spellcaster, it's nice to give yourself a bit of a stanky. Jeez. Weird slip of the tongue there. A tanky friend, that is. Maybe stanky, but we don't judge. We don't judge our ancestors about their stank. But this time around, we probably will go with Battle Mage or Hexer, and I'm tempted to go with a Battle Mage because with the change that their spells can actually go through us, This will allow us to tank all of the main damage, while they just let out with a litany of destructive magics. And so, let's do it. And so it is so. Looking good, Usain Colt. Looking good. I am also going to quickly run over here and pick up the Morningstar of Holy Wrath. The Morningstar in general is a pretty solid weapon, and the Holy Wrath brand might come in handy in the days to come. In fact, let's switch to it right now. Immediately destroy the white. Usain learned some spells in the afterlife. You can't just expect a ghost to sit around doing nothing, especially when they're locked in a vault for all of eternity. Gotta be productive in your retirement from life. It's the only way to keep the mind active and busy, you know? But not too bad here. The two of us together can take on anything the dungeon will throw at us, including being shafted and dropped 3 floors. You can't make up timing like that. Let's recall our ancestor, please and thank you. You just wish the battle mage cast more spells and did less melee. It would be nice, but hey, ancestors will do what they do, right? You can only insist on so much, and at the end of the day, they have their own wants and needs, much like the rest of us. We almost take out the Manticore, but unfortunately, left with a little bit of a conundrum here. Could do a throwing net, 71% chance to hit. Alternatively, could chug a potion. Even a curing might give us enough health for our ancestor Usain here to deal the rest of the required damage to take this buddy out. Alternatively, I guess. 48%? Never mind. Not a valid alternative whatsoever. But let's do it. I'll drink a potion of curing. We immediately see that Usain Colt takes out the Manticore directly in front of us. I do love that. That Usain Colt. Lifesaver indeed. Oh me, oh my. All the monsters we run across here are going to be quite frightening, so I'm hoping we can find a stairway as soon as possible. It's not looking great though, to say the least. Let's maybe head back this way. I think we chose the wrong starting direction. And the stair is definitely going to be down here. I don't like the position we're in because it's always better when we can narrow it down to a one-on-one fight, but we should be okay, and so we won't worry about it too much. Won't sacrifice our ancestor quite yet. Centaur warrior, fun stuff. Let's run around this corner, shall we? Oh, excuse me, sir, don't mind me. This is going to be rough. Ooh, mosquitoes are vulnerable to holy. I think they are the vampire mosquitoes. At least it would seem like it from a name perspective, right? But I'm gonna drink a might potion. Trying to deal some extra damage here. We have so many unidentified scrolls that it's tempting to start just blind reading. But I was hoping to make our way through this fight before needing to resort to that. How much do you do? 16 and up to 5, so up to 21 total. Net has a 69% chance to hit. Can never miss then. Perfect. Oh geez, you ripped that out real quick. Oh no. Oh, it was nice while it lasted, at least. In that case, could drink another curing here. We'll regret it when we find ourselves lethally poisoned in the future. Oh, what a ride. An adventure for sure. I mean, the acid wand could almost kill them in one go, but not quite, so maybe we won't resort to that. We can drink one more curing, use the acid wand. One more hit from us. Okay. able to take them out. Ancestor is back as well, so that's good. Unfortunately, a troll is not what we wanted to deal with here. But we can switch over to our Kurari Dart. In fact, let's do a couple of those. And then, what are the odds on a Mind Burst? 65%, never didn't have it. May stack up a bit more poison, and perfect. Taking out a few monsters that are way over leveled for our current position. But such is the nature of shafts, to say the least. And there we go, we finally get some stairs. Of course, we run into yet another troll here. And please stop, Centaur. Please. And I believe it's 25 max damage. 35. Of course. Of course. Foolish me. But take some lucky swings there. Oh my, we do have resistance to poison, so I don't feel too scared about taking on a single bee, but we'll see. Oh, you love troll leather? Probably died a few times for lack of AC. I do like the exceptional amount of regeneration that you can stack up through use of troll armor, but can definitely feel you there that it might be problematic at times. And let's just let our ancestor finish off the swarm. Jeez Louise. Let's hope that we find some more upstairs. I mean, there. That's kind of cool, but not exactly what we're looking for. These buddies deal 20 damage max. Yeah, let's start fighting some yaks. We should be okay to take them on a fighter class. Perfect. And there we go. Stairs. Please, so sweet stairs. Ooh, blinking scroll. Never mind. I'll be back later. Past any plate or chainmail? We did just pass some plate, but I was not feeling brave enough to venture out into the unknown of the floor to pick it up. So for the time being, we are going to sit tight and deal with what we've got on. There we go. As take out the priest, which is why I didn't want to run away, because I was expecting to just immediately get smote out of existence. The Sane cult was destroyed while we tried to make our own retreat. Of course, it's not over yet. Let's run downstairs, though. Oh, wait, crap, I forgot that I left an acid dragon. Fun stuff. But right now they're blocked by the yaks. We're able to use that to our advantage, take some extra steps. In fact, ooh, Ancestor coming back at the perfect moment. Thank you, Usain Colt. You are an absolute lifesaver. And now, let's go back on what we were just saying. It's time for us to run and grab the plate. We'll immediately put on that plate armor, and then let's go and grab those blink scroll before we run into anything else too frightening, shall we? What a start to the run. As soon as we find another upstairs, there we go. I will, I think, start re-IDing some more of our scrolls here. Been holding off, wanting to do it in a safer environment, but this is about as good as it gets, it seems. 3 scrolls of immolation, interesting. And there we go with the identify. So normally I like to start on potions until we get both types of healing. We do at least have curing already identified, so we could move on to scrolls. But no, let's go with the usual plan here. We'll immediately identify a few potions, hoping no heal wounds. Okay, I do not want to accidentally hit my ancestor here, because my ancestor is a fireball waiting to happen. Oh, this is not good. Not a great time to be confused. That's for sure. So, stop the confusion, run away, let the vampire maybe blow themselves up on our ancestor. That'd be nice. Oh my gosh, Usain Colt, you are the greatest. Okie dokie. And instead of just exploring like a fool, let's head up, shall we? There we go, that's much better. Ooh, a white ugly thing. It's a lot of damage. I guess, ooh, we do have 2 pips of RC right now, so it's the best color that we could have hoped for. Should be able to take this buddy out. Just barely. And let's hope that we can find some more stairwells back to where we belong, shall we? Death Knight. Jeez. Ouch, no. And yeah, I agree that being able to give your ancestor weapons would be very powerful, but also really fun and flavorful. Because yeah, giving your knight a polearm would indeed be absolutely killer. Maybe that's even the specific reason why you're not allowed. Makes sense. But let's lead these buddies back into a nice hallway, take them on one by one, and maybe, just maybe, we're settling back into the usual routine. Or at least back into an appropriate level of the dungeon, so that's good. So explore we go. The Battle Mage is decent with the Lagitang, and the Hexer gets an anti-magic quick blade. Ooh, I actually was not aware of that. Those seem pretty grand. And I was hoping we could take on a Steam Dragon at this stage in our career, and turns out that I was right. Perfect. Needlessly worried for a moment there. And back to it we go. We managed to find another Scroll of Identify, so I'll immediately check another potion here. Definitely is nice having the resistance to poison early on. Don't know if it's quite enough. Yeah, Death Knight is real scary. Fact, let's check that one more time. You have 2 pips of willpower, so almost no chance of us paralyzing or charming the son of a gun. What could we turn you into? Not great things with shapeshifting, and only 6% chance, so that's fine. Well, well, well. I believe in you, Sane Colt. Get him. Oh, crap. That did not go well. Are they vulnerable to holy? It would make sense in some regards thematically, but unfortunately they are just a human. So, despite the fact that they worship a dark god, they themselves are not unholy. At least not inherently so. But we can just run away. Oh, get back to the stairs. I actually kind of forgot I had originally planned to grab myself a coffee before the stream today. Whoops. Maybe that's what I can blame all of my horrible decisions on. I also could have potentially used Curari to take care of the Death Knight. Oh my gosh. Just everyone hanging out on level 9 of the dungeon here, hey? Not great, to say the least. I mean, we have a nice long path to lead them on. The main issue here is that I would like to take on that 2-headed ogre without these other sons of guns getting in the way. Fact. There we go. One more Curari. Let's take them out immediately. And we're back to the Death Knight. So we'll do a little bit of a loop here. Just run away. Looking to get back to where we threw a few stacks of our Curari needles. And then maybe we can take on the Death Knight. Maybe, just maybe. The new spawning patterns can be downright cruel sometimes. Got a Yaktar pack on D9 once. Can definitely run the gauntlet and can be pretty brutal to say the least. Oh. But let's poison this son of a gun. And then maybe the lightning rod will be the way to go. See if we can't get some massive damage tossed out there immediately. There we go. We do manage to kill the Death Knight even. Should have remembered the Curari darts a wee bit earlier. Probably wouldn't have gotten ourselves into quite as scary of a situation if we had been proactive. But that is all good. And so, through the rest of the floor we go. Quickly tapping our way through that yak pack. And on the road again. Ooh, me, oh my. Slowly but surely, easing our way into things here. Please don't accidentally murder my own ghost in my confusion. That would not be cool. Perfect. Never a doubt in my mind. Ooh, another shop here with a scroll of fear that we'll immediately buy, along with both the ID potions, and mark the acid, and mark the ice blast wand. Those are both exceptionally useful tools. See, that was our second scroll of fear. Interesting. We did leave one upstairs as well, I believe. As well as that scroll of acquirement. So, before we explore too much further here. Yes. Wait. Travel there anyway. Yes, I said. There we go. We'll run back up to that early scroll shop and see what else we can buy here. Fear is nice. Maybe the other identify as well. Could be good. And finally, the scroll of fog is nice and cheap and allows us to save and identify the scroll. So we will do that, and let's see if we can't find some heal wounds potions, shall we? Please, game. Please. Degeneration, that's not what I asked for. One more try? Ah, haste. That's actually okay. I'm not too upset about that one. And then we'll go back to D10. Oof. Okie dokie. Never a moment to relax here. There we are, through the entirety of D10. I feel like we might as well start on Lair. We have our Ancestor and I both, so we should be able to take on some of the stronger threats. And fortunately, thanks to the whip, we do have resistance to poison, which is another thing that's not necessary whatsoever, but at the very least, nice to have when going into Lair here. But let's Fear Scroll. Did not do nearly as much as I thought it would. Go Gadget Ancestor. Call them back to us. Oof. Okay, so turns out I was definitely undervaluing and underappreciating the danger of the Blink Toads just a wee bit there. Shields are also up to 8, so almost at enough skill, I think, for the current shield we're using. I think it's 9 that the Kite Shield requires. Indeed it is. Quickly set some skill targets here and there. That was on axes and on shields. And let's maybe take a moment to think. Instead of going to Lair, we could explore a bit more of the dungeon. I don't want to go too much further, but thanks to See Invisible, we are at least in a slightly better position than a lot of characters are. So let's see what we find. And if need be, we can always just try and run away, head back upstairs, go through Lair instead. Nope. No resistance to electricity, so I'm going to hold off on fighting the eels until we absolutely have to. 7-headed Hydra, eh? Well. Chances to changing to something else is 15%, and those are not great polymorph options. So we'll maybe hold off on that for now. What to do? We have our Flame Burst one that we could try and deal a little bit of preliminary damage. And if we take a look at our friend here, they have Throw Frost and Stone Arrow, both of which deal an okay amount of damage. Not a lot of health, though. So I do think the Hydras gonna take them out pretty quickly. So, run away. Yeah, immediately murdered by the 7-headed Hydra. I'm so sorry, Usain Colt. Your sacrifice will be missed and will not be in vain. We'll do our best to do you proud.